let's talk about hiring. For a lot of companies, it's just a mess, right? You've got resumes piling up in one inbox, spreadsheets in another, and just endless email chains trying to keep track of it all. Good candidates get lost, communication just falls apart, and the amount of admin work is, well, it's huge. But what if that whole process, from the moment someone applies to their very first day, could be a single, smooth, seamless flow? Let's take a look at how a modern system can really turn all that chaos into clarity. You know, this isn't just a minor headache. When a great resume gets buried in an inbox, you're literally losing talent to your competitors. When your communication is slow or confusing, you're actually damaging your brand. And when your workflow is a total maze, your team is wasting precious time that they could be using to find the right people. These are the exact problems we're going to solve.
So where does this whole transformation begin? Well, it starts with the very first impression a candidate has of your company. Let's kind of step into their shoes for a minute and see what a really great experience looks like from their side.
Okay, this is ground zero. A dedicated professional careers page like this isn't just some list of jobs. It's basically your company's digital front door. It looks clean, it's organized, and it tells top talent right away that you are serious about who you bring on board. And once they find a role they're excited about, applying is easy. No more jumping through a million hoops or filling out those awful 20-page forms that ask for the same info over and over. A simple, straightforward application like this one shows that you respect the candidate's time, and that keeps them engaged. And in a competitive market, that's absolutely crucial. Now this is a total game changer for the candidate. We've all been there, right? You apply for a job, you're excited, and then nothing. It feels like your resume just vanished into a black hole. This portal solves that problem completely. It gives them total transparency, letting applicants see exactly where they stand in the process. This one simple feature builds so much trust and can seriously improve your company's reputation. Okay, so we've seen the candidate side of things. It's smooth, it's clear, it's professional. Now let's flip the script. Let's go behind the curtain and see how this system makes life easier for the hiring team. For anyone who's not familiar, the magic behind all of this is what's called an applicant tracking system, or an ATS. Just think of it as the central command center for absolutely everything related to hiring. In this slide, this really gets to the core promise of an ATS. It's all about replacing that messy, chaotic, email-based system where important things just get lost. With a system like this, everything is captured and everything is tracked. Period. And here's what that tracking actually looks like. Every single applicant is neatly organized in this visual Kanban-style pipeline. You can see at a glance who's in what stage, you can move them along with a simple drag and drop, and you can instantly spot where things might be getting stuck in your process. Now, just look at this comparison. It's perfect. On the left, you've got the candidate seeing their own personal progress. On the right, the recruiter is looking at the entire pipeline for every candidate. Both of these views are being powered by the exact same data, which means everyone is perfectly in sync. This is what creates that seamless, transparent experience we've been talking about. And by the way, these pipeline stages, they're totally customizable. They can fit your company's unique process, no problem. Whether you have 3 stages or 10, the system adapts to you, not the other way around. This makes sure every candidate gets a consistent and fair shot. From the main dashboard, you get this amazing high-level view of your whole recruitment funnel. How many people applied this month? Where in the process are we losing people? How long does it actually take us to hire someone? This isn't just interesting data, it's what you need to make your hiring strategy smarter over time. Which brings us to another huge benefit of having a structured system like this. It helps take the bias out of hiring. Big decisions should be based on skills and qualifications, not just gut feelings. And here's exactly how it does that. You can set up standard criteria for every role, things like technical skills, communication, team fit. Then, after an interview, the manager can score the candidate on that scorecard and leave structured comments. This creates a much fairer process where every single candidate is measured by the same yardstick. Okay, so you've done it. You've found the perfect person, they've accepted your offer. Now what? This is usually where a mountain of administrative work appears, but it really doesn't have to be that way. So inside the system, the very last step in the pipeline is to take that successful candidate and just drag their card into the hired column. That one little action is what kicks off the final and maybe the most seamless part of this whole journey. And just like that,
all of the information you gathered during the application process, their resume, their contact details, all of it, is automatically used to create their brand new employee profile. There is zero manual data reentry. The handoff from candidate to employee is literally instant.
I mean, this quote from the source material really says it all. In just one click, the system handles that entire administrative headache. It's all about being efficient, being accurate, and making sure that your new hire's very first experience is professional and totally hassle-free. So we've seen how this works for the candidate, and we've seen how it works for the recruiter. But let's zoom out for a second. What's the real impact on the business as a whole?
Well, the impact is pretty significant. First off, your employer brand gets stronger with every single professional interaction. That helps you attract better talent. Then your hiring process gets way faster because you're not wasting time on admin work or bottlenecks. And because you're making fairer, data-driven decisions, you end up with better hires. It all just adds up to a more positive and way more efficient experience for everyone involved.
So let me leave you with this final thought. A great hiring process isn't just about filling a role. It's not just an administrative task. It's a real strategic advantage. It's how you build your reputation out in the market, and it's how you set the tone for a new employee's entire future with your company. And that is the power of turning hiring chaos into one seamless journey.